Okay, so hear me out. Today we're going to talk about why Liliana is one of my favorite Power Universe characters. And by the end of this video, you will agree. Just go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Alright, so we first meet Liliana as a carrier for Ghost and Tommy. And you can already tell that she's trustworthy and loyal, aside from the fact she wouldn't be working for Ghost and Tommy if she wasn't.
You smart, you loyal, you're grateful. I appreciate that.
She's a carrier, so her eyes are always up and she's aware of her surroundings. She was just a little bit late right here. Now they get the drop on her, but homegirl is still aware enough to get a home run haymaker punch off a dude. And during the struggle to go for her pistol, she ends up with the notorious Scarface slash. And then most people would have fell off right there. This is too much for me. I'm just gonna quiver up in this corner and die. But she still claps dude with a leaking face, might I add, right up by your eye. I know you could barely see. She would have clapped Pink Shoes too, but she somehow gets away. But so what? The fact that she's able to live and give an accurate description of Pink Shoes is what leads them to catch her later on. Pivotal. All I gotta say is courage under fire. Now at the hospital healing from the scar, Ghost and Tommy sent a message to her through Julio, letting her know that she can no longer be a carrier, but all her bills are paid and she has to skip town. Now after all of these episodes of Power, we never get to see her again until she pops up on Power Book 4 Force, where she gets the drop on Tommy the first time, and then Tommy ends up finding out where she lives. Now Tommy would have most likely murdered her right here, seeing as she's a liability and a link to his past. But something stops him along the way. Might I add, she's getting pistol whooped and thrown around this room. And every time she gets right back up talking, like a G. And as soon as it seems like she's about to see her last words, Tommy does this WWE wrestling kick and reveals a bunch of Jimenez bricks stashed under the floorboard.
It's always good running into old friends.
Now fast forward, they decide to work together. They plan to step on what's left of the stolen Jimenez bricks and flood Chicago. And they have numerous funny scenes due to irregular chemistry.
Got anything to eat?
No.
I'm hypoglycemic.
What the fuck does that mean?
If I don't eat, I could die.
Here,
Gone?
just saved your life.
Now I don't know why, but Liliana is always getting captured. Not quite damsel in distress. It's more like James Bond or Batman. Somehow she just knows she's gonna escape every time. And there's nothing anybody can throw at her that's gonna rattle her.
My dad used to smoke cigars. Cheap shit just like this. You can always tell a good cigar from the wrapper. You're a cheap motherfucker just like him.
But do you want this one?
How about your mother?
Be honest in the comment section. What would you have done right there? But regardless of what you would have did, Liliana does not fold under pressure. She ends up faking like she's gonna get him some information and notifies Tommy with a code word to come smoke both of these fools. So while being held hostage at gunpoint waiting on a miracle, she says this:
Since none of you guys got the looks, who got the brains?
"This level of disrespect cannot be tamed." Now, needless to say, Tommy shows up and they take both of these guys out like it's nothing. Won't be the last time Liliana gets herself in trouble in this series. Put a pin in that. Now, I'm sure as the seasons go on, we're going to see more about the history between Gerard and Liliana. Because as it turns out, she used to work with him too, but she left because he wanted more than a professional relationship.
You dipped before you finished, so what?
I'm sorry, I didn't have time to stop by HR and file a complaint for harassment in the workplace.
And we also found out in this episode, Gerard has some type of freaky scar fetish. And he's willing to pay the $8,000 that he owes her just so he can kiss a healed wound. He also propositions her to kill Tommy. And even if you didn't see this episode, you should have known her response.
That ain't never gonna happen.
But anyways, he was still happy with what he got. A week. Now back at Tommy's apartment, they're testing out the new drug that Claudia Flynn just gave Tommy.
Did it burn your lungs?
I didn't smoke it.
Anything chemically come through?
Chemically?
I fell out laughing at that part. There's chemically some chemistry between the two of them. That was hilarious. But she about to throw it back in his face anyway because the way he tested the drugs was he kissed Claudia Flynn.
You liked
Will you please just step on this shit? Let's see what the fuck we got.
I'll buy drugs too if Claudia Flynn kissed me.
Pure gangster comedy. In my opinion, this is exactly what this show needed. If we never get Ghost back, we gotta keep Claudia. Now in this scene right here, Claudia threw out the window everything Tommy said about using this and just did it anyway. This sends her out who knows where to do who knows what, and she ends up getting, you guessed it, caught again. Now once again, trying to get Liliana to talk is a no-win situation. She is one tough cookie. And every time one of these unruly types think they've broken her and they're gonna get her to talk, she does something like this.
Where's Tommy again?
Right here.
Hilarious. Now they agreed to release her in order to get Tommy out in the open, but it was just a setup to kill both of them. Just as they was about to get smoked, somebody comes racing around the corner shooting at all of them, which happens to be Gerard, but they didn't know that at the time. Now after all of the smoke clear, we find out that Liliana got shot through the shoulder, but it's okay though, it went right through. I tell you, this Liliana is tough as nails. She got shot and thought he was bleeding. Like, never mind me, I'm always getting shot, stabbed, or broken up. But that's it, man. For now, we probably gonna end up doing a part 2 of this. Leave your comments below about where you think the Liliana and the Tommy situation is gonna head in the future.